You're live.
I think we're live.
I think we are.
Are we live?
Hello, everyone.
Hi, everyone. Here, let me flip the camera around.
Let's do it this
and
way.
let's head into
the Picker Road Boutique. Here we are. Is everyone there? Let us know if you hear us.
I'm bringing up the live chat so we can see it.
All right.
Hi.
Hi, everyone. Oh, look at Picker Road. It's blown out. You can't see it. The sign.
There we go. I'm seeing it now. Get the volume turned off. Perfect.
Perfect.
How is everyone doing?
How's everyone doing? Thanks for being here.
Greetings from a rainy Las Vegas.
Oh, yeah. I think that's.
Hey, Patty.
Hi,
Good to
Patty.
see you.
Dude, where's Gary? We got to get Gary in here, too.
I think he's doing an audio check. Are we all good?
Are we all good?
We are good to go. All right.
All right, everybody. Kay Stevenson says, this series has truly been one of my favorites.
Oh, thank
My
you.
mother is from Japan, so this was a special look into my heritage. There are so many unique and exquisite treasures. I enjoyed every minute. Thank you so much, Kay. That means the world to us.
Hey,
it
Grammy
really
Kay.
does.
Hey, Barb. So good to see you all.
Our family's here.
Now, there are several questions here, so let's start answering them right away. So,
hello, Gary.
Hello, everybody.
He's looking at his phone.
So first of all, I just wanted to say we're in the Picker Boutique, and in a few minutes, we're going to look at a few of the items we have available on pickero.com. And we're also going to go around Antique Alley, and we're going to meet another vendor here who's absolutely fantastic. He's got a very special event coming up in Las Vegas, so we'll talk about that.
And we have Tomaline's in here.
Aww.
We have Betty in here. Everyone's here.
Okay, so to answer the first question, where did we stay and did we use Uber to get around? Two very interesting questions.
Good question.
So first of all, there is no Uber in Japan. There's a quasi Uber,
but it's illegal.
Yeah, so Uber as a company is not legal in Japan because their headquarters are in China and there's some political stuff going on there.
Yeah.
So taxis are called Ubers, but they're not Ubers. You basically have to call a cab if you want to get around like that. So because we were filming our show, we had a driver for most of that time.
It was a big van
with all the equipment in it.
Executive producers, a translator, what's called a fixer.
Mhm.
When you do a television production in another country, you can hire a fixer who does all the work of getting you to all the places you want to go. Months and months of planning go into this.
Mhm.
And then the fixer drives around with us.
Yes.
We had our driver, Chin, and then we had the three of us.
Yep.
But so we had a big full van going all over.
It was so much fun. Now, traveling longer distances, what we did is the van took all of our big equipment and our bags and everything, and they went ahead overnight, and then we would take the bullet train around. So we were going 200 miles an hour up and down the coast. And for context, Japan is actually quite a large country.
Large.
You know, you look at the map and you don't quite get a sense of it. It's actually the equivalent, where we were going was the equivalent of going from New York to South Carolina. And the bullet train did it in less than 3 hours. Could you imagine driving that in 3 hours? You'd be going 200 miles an hour.
I know. Hi, Diane. Hi,
And
Susan.
Every single city is covered with a skyline of skyscrapers.
Beautiful skylines, just really incredible. Now, where did we stay? We stayed in multiple hotels. The longest stay was at the one that you saw in our video that was called the New Otani, which was really incredible because that was the one that Sean Connery goes to and You Only Live Twice, the James Bond film.
It was brand new when they filmed that.
Yep.
So it's about
60 years old.
60 years
They just
old.
had their 60th anniversary. Everywhere we went, we saw 60-year signs up. And it was just an incredible structure because it was two separate towers, one very tall one and one smaller one. And then the entire complex was sprawling around it. It was like a true resort. And
right in the center is a 600-year-old samurai
that belonged
garden.
to a samurai. That was really something.
It was amazing. The trees were so beautiful, and the koi pond, and there's a red bridge that goes over. It was just fantastic.
Yeah.
It was just beautiful. Of course, we didn't have very long to be there. We were on the go constantly. Then when we were on the road throughout Japan, in Kyoto, in Hiroshima, in different places, we stayed in different hotels, usually just for one night. And then when we got back, we were back to Tokyo. We were back at the New Otani.
Mhm.
And then after we finished the show, that's when we got our private picking time. We were able to say goodbye to the rest of the team. And then we stayed at the
Prince Shiomi in Tokyo Bay, which was much closer to Tokyo Disneyland. So it was a lot easier for us to get there on the one day we went. And it was a straight shot north up to the famous market that you saw us with the big temple at the entrance. Again, a 900-year-old temple. We talk about things being antique here. 900 years old.
And to answer the finally answer the question, how do we get around? Since we couldn't use Uber, which we were counting on, that's what we did in Paris. We used either the metro or a lot of Uber, because at least with Uber, you get to see the city. So we were counting on that. We didn't know about that Uber problem. We had to hire. For one day, we hired our own car and driver, and he was wonderful.
He was really fantastic.
And we had a whole list of all the places we wanted to go: the magnificent paper factory, the art studio, all the things that we wanted to do, and we just got around. We had 8 hours, and we did it all.
And the most amazing part about that was he didn't speak a word of English. And we don't speak Japanese. So
Konnichiwa.
Google Translate was everything. It was amazing. There was absolutely no issue translating and talking the entire day. And at the end of the day, he was so gracious, and we were thanking each other on the app and everything. It was so much fun. It's an amazing new world that we have.
And you guys had great conversations.
We were talking. So there's the famous Dodger, Ohtani. He's Japanese, and he's this superstar Los Angeles Dodger. Everywhere you go, everybody wants to talk about Ohtani. So they saw Americans, and they're like, Ohtani. It was so funny. So we were talking about baseball the whole time.
It was a lot of fun.
Now,
okay,
Barb asked if we could post a link to which show and which food was our favorite. So Barb, I'm posting the link to the first episode right now, and hands down, the best thing we had to eat the entire time was we went to the market, and we were walking through the market, and there was a placard that said the world's best apple pie. They were right.
It was so good.
Very right.
I don't know if we said it in the video because we were showing eating it. Gary, do you want to get in on this? Was it good?
It was good. It was good.
He really. What it was is it was almost like a turnover, and it was stuffed with delicious apple, but they had a secret ingredient. It was vanilla custard, and it was so good. It was just absolutely fabulous. Then the other little treats we had, the market were wonderful. Tempura shrimp is our favorite. And on many of the nights that you saw in the video where we had tempura or we had sushi, it was just all so good.
So good.
But I think we'll go with the apple pie.
The apple pie was pretty amazing.
Americans. What
can
I
you
say?
use American credit cards for purchases, and did it automatically calculate the yen to dollar?
Absolutely. What I did is I did leave home with some yen, very limited, because I was told that the cards over there are great. They prefer MasterCard or Visa over American Express, but they do take them all. And what they do is it will come calculate into American on your credit card statement, and then it also has a foreign transaction fee, which is pretty minimal. It's not too bad at all.
It was usually like a couple of pennies to the dollar or something like that.
When you go to make your purchase, you have the choice of paying in yen or in US dollars. And I chose US dollars. And then on my statement, it all had the US dollars and a small transaction fee. And then what we found after a few days of doing it, the best thing to do is go to an ATM and withdraw the yen and just use the yen as cash. So having never been there, it took me a few days to learn. That was probably one of the easiest ways to do it. But we did both. But it was very easy.
And again, something very funny, something you don't think about. The most common banking institution there. What do you think that would be? Do you think it would be a bank? You think it would be like a Chase or a Bank of America style building?
How about a convenience store?
7-Eleven.
Bank of 7-Eleven.
7-Eleven in Japan is like it is here, where it's just like a basic convenience store you run into. And our fixer was actually telling us about this. So during the pandemic years, 7-Eleven kind of became a go-to location because it was an easy in and out. So they upped their game. They started providing higher end food. They've got a hot food cart there that's actually quite
It was
good.
pretty
We
good.
tried it a couple of times. They have higher end products that you can buy there, and they have little banking setups in there. Sometimes
Little
beyond
banking
beyond
center.
ATMs,
Right.
actually.
They had, because they had like a photocopy booth for someone.
Yeah, it was like
little business center.
a complete little business center there, and it was so interesting to have that
Hand rolled sushi.
hand rolled
Hand-rolled
sushi. Yeah, it
He's
was
jumping in.
it was something. Okay, so the question
Questions?
is, what's the name of the animal show, and can we watch it? Of course.
Absolutely.
So it's called Animal Zone, all one word. And if you go to animalzone.org, you can watch all the previous episodes. The stuff that's on there right now is the stuff we actually filmed about a year ago in Switzerland. You'll be starting to see the Japanese content later on this year.
After August 1st, when that season premieres.
Yes.
And what our executive producer is a gentleman named Arthur von Wiesenberger out of Santa Barbara. He's a wonderful gentleman. And Gary is the cinematographer. I'm the producer. And of course, William is our director and go up on the Matterhorn guy.
Yeah, if you watch the episode that's on the website right now, is the newest episode. It's the one where they drop me out of a helicopter on the Matterhorn with a golden retriever. So, you know.
He filmed that whole thing. It looks like there was four or five cameras up there, and it's all Will. All
right.
by himself.
Will is also the editor.
Yes. So Will does a great deal.
So
He's shy.
Will you be offering some of the items you picked up in Japan for sale? We've been offering
been
them
doing
all
it.
along on pickerroad.com.
But we have some with us.
We do. We have everything that's remaining that hasn't sold out, short of a couple of items, I think.
One of my favorite things is this absolutely gorgeous. That's blue agate, and it looks like a wave, the famous Japanese wave that they use in so many of the prints. But it's so gorgeous. It's a necklace, and I got it from a very special store, and I just dropped it on the computer. We were going to be using our camera, and at the last minute, we had to switch to a computer. That's why we were a few minutes late. So there that is, and that and many other little treasures. We'll get into those.
I am posting a link to that right now.
All right.
That is available now on pickerroad.com.
I want to keep up with the questions, so you
Yes.
guys are here to ask questions.
Did you have trouble getting purchases through customs? Absolutely
No.
not. We didn't buy thousands upon
That's
thousands of dollars.
Why it
so-
is limited, because
Yes.
it had to fit in our suitcases. We didn't want boxes and ropes and having a lot of problem. I had brought some bubble wrap. I had bought bubble wrap and wrapping paper and things like that. So I was all prepared to wrap everything that would be really, really safe. And I brought less clothing so I could buy more things.
I'm gonna show another item, and I'm gonna post the link to it right here.
I know, Barb, the paper store was absolutely epic. It isn't tremendously large, but it's absolutely gorgeous.
So I just posted a second link on there. This is a link to one of the handmade artisan bowls. These are artist signed. This is from the Takumi Craft Shop.
It's gorgeous.
The Takumi Craft Shop has several locations around Tokyo. The one that we went to was in the heart of the fashion district, and it was really incredible because everything in there was artist made. There are multiple different styles of booths. There were sections in there that had Kokeshi dolls and had paperwares. They had those famous koi that can fly, the koi flags that you put
It
up.
was all handmade, hand stitched, handmade, hand dyed.
But the most incredible stuff there was the pottery.
Absolutely.
Look at the artistry of that. Isn't that just
The
incredible?
kiln that this pottery is fired in is over
300 continuous years
Not
in
100
operation.
in operation,
And it's
Absolutely.
been there for like 1,000 years.
like 1,000 years.
And with every single one of the items purchased from Takumi comes a little piece of paper that details the history of the work and
Yeah.
everything. It's absolutely incredible.
it was really a hard choice. There was
Artists signed right there.
Yes.
Just really stunning work.
I would love to go to Japan. I'm not sure I can manage a long flight. Okay. Well, the flight is long. I think when you have a really long flight like that, the most important part is to choose the right seat. Luckily, Arthur, our executive producer, got us something called premium economy. I mean, it's really pricey to go with first or business. I mean, it's like really, really pricey to buy a car. But the premium economy was still reasonable, but it gave us extra leg room. The seats were very comfortable, and it was only the three of us across. And so that was really, really nice. It's all about that, because it is a long flight. Going, it was over 12 hours. But you have movies to watch. They in that time they fed us like 2.5 meals.
Yes, the
They're
meals.
constantly offering you drinks and constant water for
Mhm.
hydration.
Yes.
You can get up. There's enough room to get up, and if you need to use the restroom, it works. You can do it. I believe me. I don't like long flights or anything, but we can do it. Coming home, believe it or not, it was only a little over 9 hours.
I guess there's a headwind or something
That
that you
gets you
get a
back
hold
a
of.
little faster, but it's doable. If you want to go.
The question was, did my photos come out from the photo paper that I purchased at Ozuwashi? They came out amazing.
Yeah.
One of them has already sold. So what I decided to do is I decided to do a limited edition of prints of one of my favorite photos that I've ever taken. It's a black and white that I did here in Las Vegas of the famous Normandy Hotel. It's not really translating on there, but their marquee has said Elvis slept here for the last 50 years because that's their biggest claim to fame. I took this black and white photo there a couple of years ago, and just the lighting, everything about it was perfect. And that's one of my favorite photos. So I went ahead and did an edition of 10 of those prints. I saw one of them just sold last night. So if you are interested in those, I will post a link to it right now in the chat. And that was so much fun putting that together. To think that that's paper from a 450-year-old paper supplier printing my photos. That was really cool.
That was really nice.
And there's the link there.
Regina, we are offering some right now as we talk. We're doing different links, and you can always skip ahead and go right to pickerroad.com and pickerroad.com, simple, and just click on to Treasures from Japan. And it's right there. And if you don't want to go to Treasures from Japan, you can scroll through the whole collection.
Hi, Sherry. Sherry's watching from Brisbane, where she says, "Good
Ooh,
morning. We
good
were in the same
morning."
time zone as you."
Now, one of the early questions
in.
we had a little while ago was, did we get to see the amazing 3D billboard?
Yeah.
Yes.
And I can answer that question. Yes, we did.
There it is.
That cat
Oh,
was so funny.
That's
So the cat goes
3D,
up.
you guys.
The cat goes
Look
up
at
to the
this.
microphone and hears it going off and goes, meow, 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 meow.
It's so funny.
Meow,
This-
meow, 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 meow.
This is huge. It's like what we saw in Back to the Future 40 years ago. This is incredible. Absolutely incredible.
That is fully 3D, so it really feels like it's jumping out of the screen at you.
So
Of
cool.
course, Brenda. Again, the name is Animal Zone.
And I typed it into the chat too.
It's typed into the chat, all one word, and it's .org. It's absolutely free to look on their website.
All right, so it's 4:25. Let's take a minute. Let's just come around the Picker Road Boutique, and then in a minute, I'm going to walk us over to another part of Antique Alley, and we're going to talk with one of our friends here about a very special event he's got coming up.
Thank you, Barb. Thank you, Barb.
So let me pick this up.
Catherine's here. Hey, y'all.
All right,
Glad to
so
be here.
we are in the Picker Road Boutique, as you can see. There we go.
Hi, Kim Hardy.
Even everything out here. And
Janice.
we are always so excited to present new items in here. Right now, we are showcasing items from Japan, along with a few other treasures from pickerroad.com. Everything you see on this table is currently available on pickerroad.com.
So I'll go over it really quick. This little 3-piece, I call them condiment dishes. They are the most precious things. What was the name of the store?
This
It was
one
a
came from
vintage
Antique Life Gin,
Inn.
which
And
is in the fashion district.
it was very fun little store. Those 3, of course, here are the pottery. Look at this bowl. This bowl is so amazing. I think you said it was almost hypnotic
It
when
was.
we were buying it.
And the camera's angling, so it is
I know.
hypnotic.
There we go. There's this bowl. So beautiful. And everything is hand signed. And here's my Kokeshi doll. I had to pick, and I loved her. I loved her face and her expression, her hair. I'm moving.
You're going towards that green
There we
dot
go.
right there.
There we go. She's beautiful. And she is signed by the artist. Hand signed. I love that. And then there's a fan.
Are you a fan of the fan?
I'm a fan of this fan. I was very picky. This is a very delicate silk. It's absolutely beautiful. The scrolling on it. It reminded me of the cherry blossoms that we saw, because cherry blossoms all aren't just pink. Some of them are white also. So we have the fan, and then we just have some other items. We can go over those later. This is mainly, and of course, the blue agate pendant. This is so beautiful. I love this piece.
Available now on
There
pickerroad.com.
we go. Oh, it's heavy. Okay.
All right, let me bring it back around here.
All right, guys.
So go ahead and keep on asking questions.
Absolutely.
But what we're going to do is in a minute, we're going to head over to another part of the store and we're going to introduce you to another one of the vendors here. Just like we did last time live, what we want to keep doing is we want to keep introducing you to all the wonderful folk here and all the different things that they're offering. And this particular vendor has a special event coming up that he's going to
He
tell us
really
about.
does. I just want to say to Brenda, yes, I did get a few things for myself, very limited. I wanted to leave the room to bring things for you guys. I don't know where the Potters get their clay.
And
I'd have
some
to research that.
And I got some Hard Rock Cafe pins.
And Brenda got her chopsticks today.
Oh, that's so great.
Yay.
Perfect. So I got Hard Rock Cafe pins. I got a couple of the pressed medallions from Disney, Tokyo Disney. And I got a Disney pin as well.
You
Yeah,
did.
Those were great.
We got little things for us. We wanted to bring things home for you guys.
Absolutely.
All right. Shall we go over to Nick?
I think we're going to head on over.
All right.
I'm going to give you this one because I'm going to take
Okay.
yours since that's the one connecting us to the show.
All right.
All right, everyone. We're going to go for a little walk now. I'm going to take you down this way through Antique Alley. It is always so much fun to walk through here because there is just so much available. There's pop culture, there's antiques, there's vintage. There's absolutely everything in here. But we're heading towards the front. We're going to actually pass the Picker Road case that you saw in our previous live. We've been adding to that quite a bit. And we are right here. This is it here. Lots of wonderful treasures in there. We're going to be showing that in a lot more videos. But I'm going to actually come around the corner here and I'm going to introduce you to Nick. Let's see. Where is Nick? Live television, right? There he is. Perfect. We're going to head on over to his booth. And look who's joining me.
I'm here.
Haha.
We're in one of Nick's booths. And I can tell you, Nick has the most gorgeous items, true quality, true art.
Come on in, Nick.
Okay.
Everybody, this is Nick here at Antique Alley. Nick is one of the longtime vendors here, and he has just the most amazing stuff. If you remember in one of our recent videos, we went into this case here and we talked about a lot of the items. So, Nick, tell our folks about what you specialize in.
Well, I learned the business basically buying a little bit of everything. Had a shop in New Jersey originally for years until the city ended up selling the boardwalk privately. And I moved out to Las Vegas in 2004. I have about 50 years of experience in buying and selling what I love, antiques, paintings, bronzes. I can go on from there. And I wanted to talk to you today about the show that I'm having.
So
Wanna hold
this
this right
is
up here?
basically for our Las Vegas viewers. We have a lot of you. We want you to know about this show. Nick is going to have it on May 25th and 26th. It's a Las Vegas antique and collectible show. It's at the gorgeous Rio Hotel and Casino right here in Las Vegas. That's Memorial Day. Hey, come on out, guys.
And if you're here and you haven't been to the Rio since the remodel, the food court there is amazing. We featured it in a video a few weeks ago. There's 5 different restaurants in one tiny little location, so you can grab sushi, a burger, and a sandwich all at the same time, and then head on over and check out the amazing antiques.
Absolutely.
Do you
Nick
know
has
how
some
many?
great
Do you know
things.
how many booths you're going to have there?
Well, I have 3 large rooms, and they're going to be divided depending on the show. Basically, is we have a little bit of for everyone,
Nice.
from high-end jewelry, watches, antiques, and collectibles of all kinds. So please try to come out Memorial Day weekend on the 25th and 26th. We're looking for buyers, and we have some room still for other dealers. Prices are very reasonable. I appreciate your time. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Thank you so much, Nick.
absolutely, Nick.
So I'm going
Let's-
to put this up on screen one more time if anybody wants to
for our
screen
Las
grab it.
Vegas people,
There you go. Just give that a screen grab.
come on out.
And then we will see you there because we're going to be there filming for
Filming.
Picker Road because there's going to be
Absolutely.
some amazing treasures to find, I'm
Let's
sure.
just do a quick a show of Nick's booth. I love the
Absolutely.
art that you curated, Nick.
Thank you very
Absolutely
much.
beautiful. It's such quality. Absolutely quality items.
As you can see, he's got a very good hat game. This was the case that I featured in one of our recent videos because there's so many amazing items in there. Well, Nick, thank you so much for coming on, and we'll see you again on another live soon.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
All
Have a
right,
good night.
let's head on back over to the Picker Road Boutique.
Let's do it.
The coolest thing about Antique Alley is you can absolutely get lost in here. There are so many booths and
Everybody's so nice.
everybody's so nice, and there's so many unique things to pick from. I'm about to walk by a zebra. Zebra.
You see the zebra?
There was a zebra.
He's funny. His name is Zachariah.
Zachariah the zebra. All right, we're heading back over to the Picker Road Boutique here. And I like this one because it's got a lot of trading cards in it. I'm a shopper here as well. Down this are now back in the Picker Road Boutique. There we go.
All right. All right. Let's get back to some questions. All right, guys. Thanks for taking that little jaunt with us. Oh, thank you so much, Catherine. We're glad we're home safe too. It was a lot of fun. We enjoyed every moment of it, but it's always good to come home. Let's see. Tammy, you're more than welcome. And Kim, oh, thank you so much, my dear. Do most individuals speak English? No, not actually.
That's what the translator
Janet-
app was amazing
Yeah,
with.
Janice, that's why we had to have a
So
translator.
let me show you. I'm going to actually do it on mine.
Sure.
This is how we would do it, and this was amazing.
There are some of the larger places.
All right, 1
The
second.
people speak English, but for the most part, no.
How much is this? Nope, let me try again. How much is this? And then you either hold it up or press the little play button, and then the phone will talk to you. And then the person can talk into the phone and it translates the reply. It is like something out of Star Trek. You can
It
hold
is.
a conversation doing it.
It is.
It was really amazing.
It's terrific.
Let me bring the chat back up on here. Were there any glass blowers in Japan? I am sure there are. We did not see any.
Get my chat back.
There we go.
So I can see the questions.
Absolutely. There you go. Did you see any
Thank
glass
you.
blowers?
No, we didn't. But we had a limited amount of time too, you guys. So it was the people that we met. We came away with the impression that everyone was so gracious. Even when you're a simple, mundane act of paying for something, they have little trays at the cash register, and you put your money on the tray,
Mm-hmm.
and they're very gracious. It's just
And the other thing that I thought
a
was
beautiful
hilarious
way.
was the business card tradition. So
Yes.
business cards are still very much a thing there. So when it's time to introduce yourself, I'm just going to take this as an example of
Yes.
a business card.
Yes.
You have your case, you have
Yeah,
your
you
business
give it
card,
to
you
me.
take it out and you go,
And I would take it, and I would thank them,
and then give me one back.
and I'd give you one back. But the thing is, you would read it.
Yes.
You would mentally, absolutely register it. It's not just here's a business card.
And what was really nice for me is when we go into the editing of these shows, all these people that we met and we're filming, I've got all these cards with the exact spelling of their names.
Yeah.
It's kind of a lost art here in the States, and I think there's something very nice about it.
Well, with cell phones, so many times you're just like, conversing that way, but it works. So what else have we not shown? We showed the fan.
I don't
showed-
believe
So we're just going to show some of our. Let's bring that over. I don't want to
Here
go
we
too
go.
individually.
right there.
There we go. So we're just going to show some of the items I thought would be fun to showcase. This is just a little music box that is on pickerroad.com. Plays Love Story, just fun little things like that. This we got actually in Portland, and it is olive wood, and it is an olive bowl. You would put your olives in here and toothpicks in the middle, and it is signed by the artist. and J, it looks like Ward from 2019, and the wood is absolutely gorgeous.
Beautiful.
Beautiful wood. We have some Carnival glass.
Oh, you saw where that came from.
Carnival glass. That was when Gary and I were on our own. And there's my phone. Of course it is. And here's one more piece of Carnival glass. I love that. The green goes into the amber colors. And then we have a fun little hand-blown glass vase. Very pretty little piece. These are just little beauties that are on Picarow.com. And we have a little trinket dish. What I loved about this was the colors. It is signed by the artist. It's just sweet. Sweet little trinket dish. What else do we have? Oh,
Fenton.
we have a Fenton. That's an old Fenton mark. And buttons and bows. Little Fenton in that powder blue. And finally, we still have a piece of this beautiful Tonala. Love it. Love it.
Now, we went picking this morning,
We did.
and that's going to be Tuesday's episode of next week.
But
And you got an amazing piece of Tonala.
I did. I
Can't
have a
wait to share
really
that.
nice Tonala vase. I think it's about that big.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really pretty. It's got a bird on it.
Yes.
So it's really, really nice. All right. Which boardwalk in New Jersey?
Oh,
Nick,
that was
Nick is cool, Kay.
He
He's
is.
a really sweet guy. I think he's a little nervous, but he's
Aw.
very sweet, a wealth of knowledge. And some of the items he has another case here also and
Mhm.
several booths. Oh, he's got gorgeous stuff.
Janice
Gorgeous thing.
asks, did you feel you could film anywhere you want? Yes, with a caveat. In some of the stores, they had signs up that said no filming. Like, for instance, you saw in episode 2, right after we went to Ozuwashi, that's where we got these fans. Now, when we walked in, they very kindly said, nobody is rude there. It was really nice. They very kindly said, please no filming. So put the cameras away. We bought our fans, and then we took photographs of them and put them on the video that way.
Absolutely. And Barb, I believe he means the famous New Jersey boardwalk.
Mm-hmm.
Famous Atlantic City.
Yes,
Atlantic City. I should know that. That's where my grandparents honeymooned.
my great grandparents.
Yep. Have a picture of it.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, the filming was absolutely wonderful, and I think also YouTube is huge over in Japan. There's
Right.
YouTubers there, so and a lot of Instagram and TikTok and all of that. So people are kind of already used to that. So going from place to place, if they see a camera out there, pretty much prepared for what's happening.
They're prepared.
Yeah.
And they're so tech savvy, of course. And we wore our shirts.
Yes.
Everywhere.
It was
wore
funny,
all the
the-
different shirts.
And
And
at the Hard Rock Cafe, I went down to the little shop to get my pins, and there were two, I would say probably late teens working behind the counter, and they saw the shirt and they're saying, "What is that?" And I explained what we were. They both whipped out their phones and they subscribed right on the spot. So if you are watching, hi, it was nice to
Hi.
meet you.
yes.
Any other questions? Anything else you'd like to know about the time we were there? Talking about the animals, I mean, we saw incredible facilities.
The horse farm.
We went to a horse ranch. I mean, to say farm or ranch, this place looked like it was in Napa Valley.
It was gorgeous.
And this is where racing horses are retired and taken care of, and they're trained in other things so that they have a purpose for the rest of their lives. And we actually got to meet the son of Deep Impact, which was a Triple Crown winner.
and
He was
this horse
incredible,
was black and tall. and
huge.
absolutely gorgeous. And this facility and everyone was so nice to us. And it was just a lot of fun.
Yeah.
A lot of fun. We went to cat cafes.
Oh, the cat cafes
Oh,
were
they were so
so
fun.
funny. And they really are cafes. You can order a coffee and sit there and sip your coffee while their cats are petting them and they're running around. You love the Scottish folds.
Scottish
there was
fold.
one adorable one walking
Oh, my
around.
goodness.
Yeah.
But they are kind of standoffish a little
A
bit.
little bit.
But that's because they're so beautiful and they know it. We went to cat rescues, and one was called Meow Meow.
Meow meow.
Meow Meow.
There was an amazing facility we went to down in the south, where in the prefecture, so they don't have states, they have prefectures. So in that particular state, they have managed to get all of their animal shelters to 0 kill rate. So no euthanasia, and that's really something, because apparently it was a big problem for many years. And this rather young guy made it his mission in life, starting when he was 18, and he's only 25 now, and he managed to get them to 0 kills in the entire state.
Accolades. And we got to meet Shiba Inus.
Oh, the Shiba Inus were so funny. Right. Question was, did you see any yard sales or estate sales?
No.
So the deal is, apparently it's only flea markets. So if you have an estate or you have stuff you want to sell like that, you do it on a flea market. And unfortunately, because of our scheduling, we were not there on any weekends.
Weekends for us. We
Yes.
were for the animal show.
Yes.
But with our picking days, we had 2 picking days, and it was a Tuesday and a Wednesday.
Mhm.
And that's what we had. And we didn't get to the flea markets. However, our dear friend Laura Caldwell,
She was there.
we missed her by only 8 hours. We were
Can you believe
corresponding.
that?
We were both on bullet trains in different times, but it's okay, because at the end of the year, as we've been talking about, we are going picking big with Laura in Austria and Germany.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but we missed it. We weren't able to do it with her this time, but I'm sure her videos will show some of that. That's why we chose to do things like the incredible paper store, the pottery, and the little antique stores we were able to find. That's why we did it that way.
Did we see any animals, dogs on the street? Anyone walking a dog? Yes, we saw
Yes.
people walking their dogs. I will say in Tokyo, I saw one person walking their cat on a leash. Yep, cat was cooperating quite well.
Well, we're told that cats are a more popular domestic pet because of size
Mhm.
and needs. In other words, if you're gone for long periods of time, then your cat has a litter box, and it can kind of live during the day until you get home without a dog having to be walked every maybe 3 or 4 hours.
Yes.
And because of size. But yes, a lot of people do have dogs. They love their animals there.
Oh, thank you, Kim. We can't wait to share it with everyone. And we'll be posting links once it happens. It'll be coming out in August. And yes, there is very much a culture shock. There's so many differences, but it was really incredible. Can't wait to see your adventures with Laura. We can't wait to go on them too. It's going to
Yes.
be so much fun.
Yes. Well, we have our little core group right here. Maybe we should start telling them some of the things what are coming up.
All right. Yeah, I think we're going to have some reveals.
We have a reveal that in June we are going to the Grand Hotel in Mackinac Island.
Ooh.
And who's going to be there? Jane Seymour.
Hmm.
So it's going to be a really wonderful event. Then
and not just that, we're going to pick. We're going to be
We're gonna
picking
picking-
there. Mackinac Island, Chicago, up the coast, all that kind of stuff.
and Denver.
And then we're going to fly to Denver. We're going to be staying with some very dear friends. My mentor, one of the people who got me into directing, we're going to stay with her, and we are going to be thrifting and sailing all over Colorado.
Right. We've got a lot of surprises. It's much more than that. We're giving you the abbreviated version. And then in late September, early October, we're going to Mexico.
Ooh.
By the end of this year, we will have really gone to a lot of places.
I have already located and bookmarked some amazing Tonala and Talavera shops there. So we're going to go right to where it comes from. I'm hoping that we can actually get some demonstrations on how it's made,
Yeah.
and the painting and everything.
We're going to try.
Wouldn't that be fantastic?
So there's a lot. We went over that very briefly. You'll get a lot more information coming.
Have-
The idea is pick a road, we'll be on the road.
We're on the road all the year. And then, of course, as you were saying, we're going to finish the year off with this incredible trip to Munich, Vienna, and then on our own, right before we meet up with Laura, we are going to Neuschwanstein, which is the incredible castle in the mountains that was Walt Disney's inspiration for Cinderella's castle.
So and we're
Excuse me,
taking you
Sleeping Beauty's
Beauty.
castle.
Sleeping
But
Beauty's
the famous
castle.
castle, that was the inspiration for it. It's that beautiful castle you've probably seen in a million
You've
jigsaw puzzles
done
and
a
photos.
small documentary on
I
it
did.
for
Yep.
one of our shows.
Yes.
So
Have we ever picked in the Ohio area?
No, we'd love to.
Not yet.
Not yet. We can't wait to get to the East Coast.
Mhm.
Cannot wait. That's where I grew up, and that's where on the East Coast. We want to get up into New England. We want to go to all those beautiful places, beautiful Ohio, Pennsylvania,
Mhm.
everything. We want to get there.
I got to see the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
We're working it. We're working it.
Brenda's daughter is in Fort Collins.
Ah,
Wonderful.
there you go.
Well, any other questions about Japan, please let us know. And as we were saying, everything that you saw on the table here is currently available on pickerroad.com.
Pickerroad.com.
We've got in the treasures from Japan section, you have the pottery, the plates, the kokeshi, the agate, and the fan. And then everything else here is in all the different categories, such as glass and home decor
It's
and
in the main
treasures.
collection.
Main
always.
collections, yes.
So, well, we can't thank you guys enough for coming over and hanging out with us at the Picker Road Boutique.
Come on in.
This place is super special to us, and you guys are super special to us.
There he is.
And thank you for watching our Japan videos.
Truly.
We did them for you. So
And we have got so much more coming the rest of the year.
so much.
So we want to start making Friday lives a thing. So I think in a couple of weeks, we're going to be back here on a Friday night live, and we'll be introducing you to another vendor here at Antique Alley, and we'll be showing you more of the treasures that we're bringing in here.
Absolutely.
And when you come to Vegas, you have to come to the Antique Alley Mall at 1126
So cool.
South Main Street, Las Vegas, Nevada, just off the Strip. Main Street is absolutely incredible. There's
So
restaurants,
fun.
there are malls, there's activity, and the food is so good. It's just a really fun, hopping place to come to.
The voted #1 restaurant in Las Vegas right now is
It's
literally
across
across
the
the street.
We can't even get
we
reservations.
can't get reservations there yet, but
We were supposed to go there for Gary's birthday,
yeah.
but
Another time.
Yep, but you get in far enough in advance, you get your reservation set, you come in here and shop. And if you are coming to Antique Alley, let us know. If we're around, we'll try and come down and meet you. We want
Absolutely.
to meet everyone.
we would love that.
What hours is the mall open? It is open from 10 to 6 on every day except Saturday. Currently on Saturdays, it's open 10
Then
to 8.
for the busier season coming up.
And everybody in here is really cool.
Oh, they're
They'll
so
help you
nice.
find whatever you're looking for. And this place is so big, you can get lost in here quite easily.
Grammy K asks, any thoughts on joining the Knit Shopping Network? Well, of course, we've been on there 3 times already, and we're going to be on next week.
Next Wednesday at 4:00.
We'll see you there.
Absolutely.
Aw, thank you all so much for these kind words. It really was such a joy bringing all that content to you. And
Let's give them a tip or a secret. Not really a secret, an advanced secret. Tomorrow morning, who are we going to be picking with? Danny.
that'll be airing next Sunday. So you'll have to wait a week to see that, but
You'll
we're going to
see
be
it.
going out with her tomorrow.
And then we'll be on the Knit Shopping Network, NSN, on Wednesdays at 4:00.
Oh, thank you, Grammy K. Thank you, Janice. Thank you all so much. It has been such a pleasure bringing all of this to you. And
We can't
anything else
wait.
you want to add?
No, just
All
that we
right.
love you guys. Thank
Yes.
you so much. We'd be nothing without you. You're part of the journey. That's it.
All right. So in that case, we will see you. We'll see you live with our next video on Sunday. We will see you
On the Knit Shopping
Knit
Network.
on Wednesday. We will see you here live the next time we're live from Antique Alley.
And in our dreams.
And the last thing, if you could do us all a favor, hit that little thumbs up button.
Oh,
I see we've
please.
got 38 so far. Let's see if we can just get a few more in before we say goodbye.
Thank you guys. We really appreciate it. What that does is the reason why we ask is that tells Google that you're liking our content and they will push our content and we can grow as a channel and we can go more places and do more videos. It's this big cycle of life. It's the circle of life. You gonna sing it? I asked for it. I get it. Thank you
All
guys
right.
so much.
Bye, everyone.
So what are we gonna say? Sayonara.
And join the journey.
Always.
Bye, everyone.
See you next time.